Thank you everybody for joining us here in Mapleton. Or Medelia, excuse me. I don't even know where we're at. Anyways, we're over here in Medelia. Live streaming from Medelia High School. First round, we're going to have Medelia Truman against NRHEG. Second round, we're going to have St. James against NRHEG. And then we're going to get out of here, and then Medelia and St. James are going to wrestle. So stick around with us, and we will get things started here in about 4 minutes. Alrighty, thank you for joining us here in Medelia. We'll get going here with some matches here in just a few moments. We'll get this going. I'm running just a little bit behind here, but we're not. Looks like Medelia is getting things running. Tonight we got NRHEG Panthers against the Madelia Truman Jayhawks. And we'll fill you in as we get going here. That killed. So that way we get going.
For like a start, you can go in and play on the far side. You want to try and zoom in a little bit more. You just don't want to do it like really fast.
It's like full throttle it?
Full throttle once just to see what it does.
No.
There's nobody wrestling right now.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So if you need a quick get to somewhere.
Dude, I got this. We can just put it. Look at ready?
You're all set?
No, right there. Now I don't need to move this.
But then we don't get a very good close up. Then it's just the iPad.
All right, I'm back with you. We just getting things running here. It looks like we'll be getting wrestling moving here.
Classes 106 and 113. Both teams open.
So the first two weights are going to be forfeited, 106 and 113.
120. Parker Bunn from New Richland. And Ryan Kowalski from Medelia.
Out of bounds for Parker. Two takedown for Parker. One escape for Medelia. Medelia goes in for two takedown. Madelia has in a half. Parker's trying to change this around and gets two reversal for Parker. Once again, this is the varsity here. Parker rolls Madelia over, and that is out of time for the first period. Two near fall for Parker. Parker's choice. Parker chooses both up. Two. Takedown with the pin here in the second period. Up next here we should have Annabelle. We got Annabelle Petsinger.
At weight class 126, we have Annabelle Petsinger for the Panthers and Carlos Flores for the Jayhawks.
Anna's getting into a tight tie here. Doing a slide by. Didn't take advantage of that there with that slide by. Gets taken down and turning it into a headlock. That was 2 takedown for Anna and back points and looking for a pin. And that's a pin. 51 seconds here in the first period. Up next, we should have Aidan Schlaak.
And wrestling at 132, we have Aidan Schlaak for the Panthers and Jake Lehman for the Jayhawks.
Aidan tried to go for an equal pick, misses that. Successfully does it again, but does not seem to get any points out of it. Out of bounds. Medelia tried to go in for a shot. Aidan stops it. Two takedown from Medelia. Aidan's trying to switch. Doesn't quite turn the corner yet. Aidan has the leg trying a back door and does get out the back door. Can Aidan take advantage of this and score points? Still none yet. Flatten Madelia out. Still scrambling. Aidan turns it into a cradles, misses that. No change in points. And that is the end of the first period. Current score is Aidan 0, Medelia 2. Cheap tilt here. Normally this does not end up in a pin. Three near fall for Medelia. more near fall. Medelia is going in for a cradle. For a short time here. And after the second period, the score is Aidan 0, Medelia 7. Aidan's choice, Aidan decides to take down. Stalling on Aidan Schlaak. Aidan's getting cradled. Aidan's trying to fight off his belly, trying to stop this cradle. Can't do it. Two near fall for Medelia. Score is 0-9. Aidan is down by 9 points here. Finishing up the third period, 20 seconds left here. And that'll finish it up for the third period. The final score here is Medelia 11, Aidan Schlaak from New Richland 0. As we get things rolling here.
At 138 weight class, we have Nolan Arkell from Medelia, and New Richland is open.
Up next is Deven Parpart.
Wrestling at 145, Deven Parpart for the Panthers, and Gatchmar for the Jayhawks.
was 2 takedown for Medelia here. And 3 near fall. A quick scoring 3 near fall. Deven's taken over to his back. 30 seconds left here in the first period. And that is a pin for Medelia. Up next is Clay Stenzel.
Weight class 152, both teams open.
In 52, both are forfeiting.
Wrestling at 160, we have the Panthers, Thor Routh, and the Jayhawks, Logan Slater.
And Clay did not go out there, but Thor is going to go out there for us here at 160. We're at the 160 weight class here. And then for Medelia, we got Logan Slater. Out of bounds. Current team score is NRHEG 12, Medelia 16. Sorry about that, I got a little cough in my throat tonight, and that was 2 takedown for Thor. Got a new mask on tonight because trying to get rid of my little disposable ones. So as we got Thor Routh out here going for a crossface, changing it up to a butcher, trying to flip him around. Thor is now gaining some back points off of this move, which we call the butcher. It's not normally a pinning move, but can be used as one, as you can see here. And that is a fall in 21 seconds.
Good job, sir.
And
Weight classes 170, 182, 195, and 220. Both teams open.
and then we're
Weight class 285, Panthers, McCullough, Piston, and the Jayhawks are open.
and Makota's taken a forfeit here at 285. So the final scores: NRHEG Panthers 24, Madelia Truman 16. And that'll do it for varsity. It looks like we're going to be doing some JV here real quick. I don't know on how many matches we're going to have. Possibly up to 4. As we get things rolling here for the JV version of NRHEG versus Medelia.
But you do this for 2.
Good job, Dad. This will get him a shoulder to give.
put a couple tunes on here until we get going. As we get things going here, it looks like we're not going to be having any JV matches for NRHEG versus Medelia. It looks like we're going to go right into direction against St. James here in just a few minutes. So we will get things running in just a few moments. I'll see you back here. Alrighty, thank you for joining us here in Medelia. Up next is going to be the NRHEG Panthers against the St. James Cyclones. We'll get going here after a little bit. We do have a kind of a time crunch here because we can't wrestle closer than 45 minutes apart. So since we started at 5 o'clock, it's still going to be probably another 10-15 minutes before we get the show on the road. According to their clock, 19 minutes. So we'll sit back and see what they come up with here. And we'll kind of go from there. So once again, we will get things rolling here in about 18 minutes. That's a cool down period here because Parker was the first one out for NRHEG, so unfortunately he needs a 45-minute wait period. That is part of the Minnesota State High School League rules, and so it's just going to be a little bit of time before we get things underway here, so I will send you back to the music and we will get things rolling as soon as we get closer. Thanks for joining us here on NFHS and YouTube. Once again, thanks for joining us here at Madelia. We're getting warmed up here for NRHEG versus St. James Saints. Unfortunately, it's going to be another 14 minutes before we can get going because we have to have a short wait period between matches. And as soon as we come back to wrestling here, I will come back to you live here from Madelia. Thanks for joining us and sit tight. Alrighty, thank you for joining us here in Medelia, Minnesota. We're going to be getting things rolling here for NRHEG Panthers against the St. James Saints here in about 6 minutes. Found out that we're going to be wrestling varsity first, and then we've got a couple JV matches afterwards. So stick around and we'll get the action started here in about 6 minutes. Alrighty. We will get things rolling here in just a few moments. Thanks again for joining us here in Medelia. NRHEG Panthers against the St. James Saints will get kicked off here for varsity in just a few moments. Just a small recap. We had NRHEG versus Madelia Truman, and NRHEG won 24-16 for team score. We had Parker, Anna, Thor. All three of them got a pin. And then we've got Aidan Schlaak and Deven Parpart both had lost. Deven got pinned, and Aidan Schlaak lost by points. And then the final scores for Madelia Truman was Makota took a forfeit for us. It sure sounds like things are going to get going here. We will get to the floor right now. Up first should be Parker Bunn.
It's all about you.
It is all. It's all.
Next match between New Richmond Department Elementary Panthers and the St. James Saints.
There you have it. We will get wrestling underway at 106. Let's see who they all put out there. .106 is open. And at 113, we got Parker Bunn.
Wrestling at 113, Parker Bunn for the Panthers and Paul Anderson for the Saints.
Anderson gets in a front headlock as Parker comes up and still no points. Anderson has an ankle. Parker's trying to get out. 2 points for Anderson from St. James. Anderson goes in for a butcher. Parker's working his way up. Parker's trying to get out of that cradle. And that's a pin for Anderson. And 50, 60. There's 55 seconds left in the first period. Sorry about that. I was taking some notes.
Wrestling at 120.
Up
Annabelle
next.
Petsinger for the Panthers and Talon Tandy for the Saints.
We got Anna against Talon. Tandy goes in for a single. Anna's trying to defend this. Anna grabs the ankle. 2 takedown for Tandy. Tandy goes in for a single. Armbar. That is a potentially dangerous. That fist on the back went way too high. Off the whistle. Anna doesn't move. Tandy goes for an ankle. Tandy's trying to get set up for a cradle. Anna stands up. One escape for Anna. Tandy goes in for a single. Anna's cross-facing, trying to defend it. And does. No points. Some nice head chucking going on. Winning for a double. Anna's trying to defend this. Anna sprawling with her, trying to have the laces down. Tandy's trying to push in, trying to get it, and loses it. No points. 2-on-1, hand control here. Short time left here in the first period. And that'll be the end of the first. Anna chooses down. Stuck here, so just give me a moment. 2 takedown for Tandy. Tandy looks like he's stuck. Two reversal for Anna. Anna does have a single armbar in there on Tandy from St. James, trying to force this over. Score is all tied up here. Still no back points. No points here. And that is the end of the second period. It's all tied up. St. James's choice. After a score correction, it's now 6-4. Tandy from St. James takes both up. And is trying for an underhook and does not take it. Trying to set something up, it looks like. Caney goes in for a single. Anna's trying to fight it off, and does. No points. St. James is trying for a double and does not get it. Anna's trying to use it to her advantage. Cross facing. 2 takedown. 30 seconds left. And that is a far side headlock. And that is 3 more back points for Anna, which the final score is 4-11. Annabelle wins. And that would be a major decision.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Up next at 126 should be Aidan Schlaak, as they go and determine. Oh, that's only a decision. Sorry, the team score is only.
Gabby Velasco for the Saints, and the Panthers are open.
So we forfeit 126. So the team score after 126 is forfeit. That we forfeited St. James. St. James is 12, NRHEG 3. As we go on to 132 pounds.
Wrestling at 132, Aidan Schlaak for the Panthers, and Lane Mosher for the Saints.
Got Aidan Schlaak out there, and Lane Moser for the Saints. That was a good scramble. Aidan turned that into a headlock. And Aidan turns his chest and looks at the sky, and there's a pin for Aidan Schlaak. In 52 seconds. At 138, we should have Deven Parpart.
Weight class 138, David Rathman for the Saints, and the Panthers are open.
Okay, so we forfeited 138. We'll get a recap here of the team score once things settle down here.
Wrestling at 145 is Deven Parpart for the Panthers, and Josh Oliveras for the Saints.
All right, so after the forfeit here at 138, team score is St. James 18, NRHEG 9. And now we've got Deven Parpart against Josh Overees. I think is how you pronounce that? Overees. Apologize for that name. St. James tried to do a nice little wizard. Misses it. Deven does a great job of defending that. Deven tries for a shot. St. James stops. 2 takedown for St. James. Out of bounds. St. James is working in for a single armbar. Kind of confusing night tonight with all of the forfeits and double forfeits and stuff like that that's going on here, so I apologize. I will recap this after we complete the varsity. Current score is 2-0. Deven is down by 2. 11 seconds left here in the first period. Deven defers. St. James chooses down. Deven's trying not to give up his top position. Does. St. James 2 reversal. Deven tries to do a knee slide, tries to get away, gets returned back to the mat. St. James tried to use that to their advantage. Deven exposing his back to the mat. Out of bounds. Seconds left here in the second period. Deven's trying to work his way up. And potentially dangerous. That was a single armbar, and that fist from St. James went way too high in the back. Deven's trying to get out in 20 seconds here. James now has an arm across the back. Rolling Deven over. To score 2 back points for St. James. Final score here for the second period was St. James 6 and Deven 0. Deven chooses both up here for the final period. With a 6-0 score, Deven has a long road to hoe back home. Deven goes in for a single, puts his head up, tries to drive through. He gets it into a good position. 2 takedown for Deven. St. James, one escape.
Wait till it's over.
Deven tried to go for a single, got stopped, tried to back out, did so. Deven gets tossed to the mat, right to his back. And that's a pin for Josh Overees. Up next is 152. Should be Clay Stenzel.
Yeah. Okay, so 24.
Wrestling at 152. Clay Stenzel for the Panthers and Caesar O'Meara for the Lions.
Clay gets 2 takedown.
I just noticed that. Probably not even the team.
Clay's working on getting a single armbar. St. James is trying to squirrel his way out of there. Out of bounds. Clay gave St. James an escape. St. James tried to go in for a single. Clay took advantage of it. Looks like Clay's trying to cradle him up, but did get 2 takedown. Clay cradles him up. Now is looking for a Bismarck cradle. Stepping around. And there he goes with the Bismarck. You'll see here that getting out of this is pretty difficult. Clay uses it, and that's the end of the first period. 2 near fall. So at the end of the second period, the scores. One to 6. Clay is up by 5 points. St. James defers. Clay chooses down. Clay stands up. Looking for one escape, and does get one escape. St. James goes in for a headlock, but Clay ends up with 2 takedowns. And that's a pin for Clay with 1:33 left in the second period. That made the score a little bit closer. NRHEG team score is 15 to St. James 24. Up next here at 160. We should have Thor Routh.
Wrestling at 160, Thor Routh for the Panthers and Hayden Davies for the Saints.
Two takedown for Thor. Thor changes it up to a butcher. And there's a pin for Thor in 30 seconds. That should change the team score here just a little. Team score now is NRHEG 21, St. James 24. Should have George Roesler up next here.
Wrestling at 170, George Roesler for the Panthers and Hayden Holder for the Saints.
George goes in for a single, gets two takedown. Taking St. James right to his back. Make quick and easy work of this. And that's a pin in 27 seconds for George. Up next at 182. We should have Ralph Roesler. And we do.
Class 182, Ralph Roesler for the Panthers and the Saints are open.
And that's a forfeit for St. James to Ralph at 182. That put a few more points up on the board. Up next, we should have Max Seltun.
Wrestling at 195, Max Seltun for the Panthers and Derek Fast for the Saints.
Derek goes in for a double, changes to a single. Max is holding him off with a nice wizard. No points. Derek from St. James puts Max into a front headlock. Max grabs the leg, steps over, trying to score off of this. But gets put into two takedown for Max. Max scored pretty decent out of that one. That was a good scramble. Max now has a single, or has a half Nelson with a far wrist, trying to score off of this, and does. Was able to bring that back. And that's a pin for Max with 1 minute and 31 seconds. That's awesome for Max. This is his senior year. Been pretty hard on the guys. Up next is 220. And we should have Ben Hagen. And that's a forfeit to Ben. That's another 6 points for NRHEG. Current team score is NRHEG 45, St. James 24.
Lakota Michigan for the Panthers, and the Saints are open.
And the Saints are open, which means that the final score is 51 to 24. NRHEG wins the varsity match here. And stick around here for the JV, but in the meantime, I'm going to just recap. Parker Bunn lost by a pin. Annabelle won by a decision. Aidan Schlaak got a pin for us. Deven Parpart got pinned. Clay, Thor, George all got pins for us. Ralph went out there for a forfeit for us. Max got a pin, and Ben and Makota went out there for forfeits. And that's on how we end up with NRHEG 51, St. James 24. As you can see, they are working on lining up some JV stuff. We'll get underway here very, very, very shortly. They're still discussing if we're going to be doing some JV. Turn it over here for right now as we wait. I'll put some tunes on here. We'll get going as soon as they figure out our JV. We will have 4 matches here, JV matches, as things get going. It'll still be just a little bit. Like I said, we're going to have 4 JV matches here for NRHEG against St. James. And that'll start here in just a little bit. Up today, we've got our referee, Dave Baldini. Sounds like he's been looking for a time to hang up his whistle, and it sounds like this is going to be his last year. So shout out to Dave Baldini for our referee tonight. And like I said, we're just waiting for the St. James Saints to get done with their little team meeting for us to get going here for our JV. So stick around. Alrighty, it looks like we'll be going to get going here on JV. Up next here, we've got Ethan. I'm at Ethan. What am I talking about? This is Elijah Gushwa. Or Newsbaum. Excuse me. Jeez, I can't even read my own handwriting. Apologize for about that. We got Elijah Newsbaum out here for NRHEG. Now these are JV matches, so team score will not be followed. Looks like we're going to have 4 matches. Elijah's 1 of 4. Elijah's trying to get around to the back. St. James is doing a great job holding off. And that is a stalemate. Both up. Elijah goes in for a single, does a good penetration step, but does not finish. Can he recover here and work his way out and score? That's the question. Trying out a back door, not working. 20 seconds left. That's the end of the first period, scoreless. St. James' choice, St. James defers. Elijah's choice, Elijah chooses down. Elijah's trying to get out from the bottom. St. James is working on that arm pretty hard. Elijah builds back up to his base. Elijah is trying to get up. Elijah's trying to work off of the cradle that St. James is trying to put in. While also building up to his base again. St. James breaks him back down. Short time left here. We got a technical violation. Full Nelson. 1 point for Elijah. 7 seconds left here in the second period. Other points were scored here in the second period. Starting the third period, St. James chooses down. St. James tries to get out to do a switch. Elijah now changes into a front headlock, sinks his arm, is able to get his arm out of there, but gets turned over for 2 reversal. And back points. Elijah's bridging pretty hard, trying to get out of this. .55 seconds left here in the third period. Elijah's trying to work off his back, and there's a pin. Up next, we should have Carter Flatland. Carter goes in for a double. 2 takedown for Carter. Carter turns St. James over for 2 near fall. Carter's trying to make something out of this. 40 seconds left. Stalling on St. James. Carter goes for a crossface. This is it. Now he's looking for a cradle. An ankle pick. No points. And that's the end of the first period. Carter's up 4-0. Carter's choice. Carter defers. St. James chooses up. Caution on St. James. Hand was not placed on the belly button. Carter comes up, turns the corner, trying for reversal, standing up again, and nothing. Trying to do it again. Carter is doing a great job trying to do a stand-up here. St. James does still have that leg in. And that's one escape for Carter. Carter goes in for a double. 2 takedown for Carter. turns St. James over to his back. And I apologize, I do not have, and that's a pin for Carter. I apologize, I do not have all the names for St. James for this go around, due to the fact that JV is pretty difficult to know who the opposing team's person is. Up now we got Wyatt Larson. Wyatt has dug his arm in, was able to get it out. Wyatt tried to do a wizard, but gets taken down for 2 to his back. Wyatt is still trying to work off his back. Lots of time left here, over a minute. It's a pin against Wyatt. And up here we should have Aidan Berg up next. Aidan gets into a tight tie. Aidan's trying to work with it. Starting to lose it. St. James has the upper hand here. Aidan's trying to pull away. Ooh, and 2 takedown for Aidan Berg. Aidan gets flipped over. 2 reversal for St. James. Aidan's on his back, trying to work off. James turns it into a headlock, and that is 3 near fall, no pin. It's Aidan's choice. Aidan chooses both up. Out of bounds. Front headlock, 2 takedown for St. James. St. James was trying for a power half. Gave that up. And James was working on a wrist, trying to get that worked out. Gave that up. Aidan rolls over. St. James earning some back points here. And that's a pin for St. James. And that should do it for us here in Madelia. Take it back. We're going to have Elijah going back out here. Elijah goes in for a single, gets 2, takedown. Elijah's really trying to grab that ankle. Garlic gets a breakdown. St. James gets right back up. Elijah gives up a leg, turns it into a crossface. Power half here. Oh, full Nelson. Technical violation. That was a textbook full Nelson. You cannot do that. That immediately stops the match. 1 point goes for the opponent. And Elijah has a really tough time of taking advantage of that. Where St. James exposed his back. And Elijah almost did it again. Elijah tried to do something called a chin drop there. Didn't quite work. Now he gets in a half Nelson. Loses it. Another full Nelson. That was 2 near fall. And another technical violation on Elijah. That is the end of the first period. No, second period. That was the first. This is the second. All right. Two on one here. Elijah goes in for a single. Changes it to a double. Gives up on it. Trying to bail out. Does. Elijah goes in for a single, 2 takedown. One escape. Elijah goes in. Started for a fireman's carry, gave it up, goes in for a single, gets 2 takedown. Gives up 1 escape.
Tap and go.
20 seconds here
Tap
left.
and go.
Elijah goes in for another single. 2 takedown. One escape. Elijah goes in for a double, and that is no more time. That was the end of the second period, going on to the third period. St. James's choice. St. James decides to take down. After he tried to defer, which you can't do that in the third period, because there's not a fourth. The only time that we go for more than 3 periods is if we go into overtime. And we haven't done that in quite some time, so. Elijah gets St. James turned over. And that's a pin for Elijah. And that will do it for us here in Medelia. So, once again, my name is Daniel Petsinger, and I've been doing your live stream here for you tonight. We'll recap Medelia Truman and NRHEG. NRHEG won 24-16 for the varsity. And for NRHEG against St. James for the varsity, it's 51-24. Thanks again for watching us here in Medelia. Next will be next Thursday in New Richland against Medford. So we'll see you there here on NFHS and on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, and this is Daniel Petsinger signing off.